Just gotta check this up now. I'm pretty sure we're back, but yeah, my internet just like cut out for a second there. That's kind of annoying. Again, gonna try to make sure the stream is running properly. But yeah, just like all of a sudden I got a notification that my internet, that connection to the internet was lost. And we are good. Okay. Yeah, so sorry about that. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But yeah, let's continue on. Where are we at again? We're running to settle. Or to the council. Will's charging $199. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot. Yeah. That was the thing, right? That he was charging like a ridiculous amount of money, and that he was like he hadn't done any. I don't think, but it's like again, like if you're gonna do it,
the investigation
I guess you might as well go all out. Like I think it's either you like take the really affordable approach, or you go like $1,000 or something like that. And then it'll just be kind of funny.
Traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
Is it glitchy for you? Again, like my internet just cut out, so I don't know if it's been bad.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against
me. Hopefully it's fine. It seemed fine when I just checked on it. So hopefully everything is fine right now. I don't know what I'm doing here. But yeah, Kim and Tony thing. Again, I think Kim is more likely to make the merge. I think Tony is more likely to win if he makes the merge, though.
But what can you expect from a human?
You can expect me to.
AK charges 1,000. Okay. Again, like I feel like that's the way to go. I feel like it's either like make it affordable and do a whole bunch of them, or like charge a ridiculous amount of money, and if someone actually does it, then it's like, yeah, you got $1,000. It's like, why not? Like I feel like that's probably the way I would go. Is go for a ridiculous amount of money.
Hide behind the council forever.
I forgot how much of a dick he sounds. It's hilarious.
It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this?
But yeah, so
I agree.
Obviously, mid-season power ranking came out on Saturday. Took pretty much all of Friday to put that together. Well, that and I did record my Nier Automata retrospective, which isn't coming out for a very long time. But
you've made your decision.
Got those done. And I've been editing my Final Fantasy 15 videos the last few days.
The council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth.
Was that a cameo that Jeff talked about the Teen Survivor thing?
Is denied.
I'm glad to see justice.
Teen Survivor Shane at 10? Like, is Shane Powers really doing cameos? I feel like that just doesn't sound like Shane Powers. Like I don't know. That doesn't sound very Shane Powers-y. It'd be pretty funny though to get a cameo from Shane Powers.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing.
Why is this music playing?
You and Saren have too much history. It made the council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one
reason.
To exterminate the entire human
hopefully
race.
my internet doesn't cut out again.
Every colony we have every world we control is in danger. Even Earth
I was pretty lucky
safe.
on, I think it was like Tuesday that I didn't stream. I'm thinking I don't typically stream on Tuesdays, but Tuesday my internet like went down the entire night. So good thing I didn't do that.
We need to find some way to expose him.
Yeah, I did say in my cast assessment, Ozza is someone that BB Twitter loves. Yeah, BB Twitter does love Ozza. Ozza, I mean, like, from what I've seen, like, they are pro Ozza in the Ozza Tiffany feud.
He's a Turian. I don't want him on our side.
She is not very game savvy or anti-showman. Well, yeah, she probably is still anti-showmance, but there aren't that many showmances.
His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with this.
Yeah. I always took that seriously at the end of Final Fantasy 15. I never picked like a joke picture. Yeah, so I did get my 15 retrospective, the one that is like the actual retrospective of the main game. I got that one done.
I need to take care of some business.
I actually
Captain,
stayed up till 4:30 in the fucking morning yesterday editing that video.
Falcon's probably getting drunk at Cora's den.
Because I'm just an idiot, and I decided, fuck it, let's try to finish it, and it actually took me to 4:30 in the morning. But I got that done, and then I'm currently trying to edit the transmedia video, which is going to take forever. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it done tomorrow. So again, like I will stream tomorrow, but like I would not be surprised if it's pretty late. But again, I'm gonna try to get that video done tomorrow because again, I'm in a spot now where I'm very close to being done editing every video that I can do for the rest of the year. After the Final Fantasy 15 video, I have a Survivor casting video, which that should be easily done on Wednesday, and then I have the finale ranking, which I'll probably start on Friday. Probably will try to finish that sometime by the end of the weekend. But I really need to get to work. But I want to get those videos done before I get to working on the reviews for Survivor South Africa and Australian Survivor and Big Brother and like all these things that I really need to get caught up on, because like we're actually getting pretty close to the end of Survivor South Africa and Australian Survivor, and I've done literally nothing for those reviews, so I need to get some work done on those. So that's kind of where I'm at there. I just want to get these videos edited in time. What am I doing right now? Garrus, we're not going to do that. Well, fuck. How do I continue this then? Do I have to do this mission and we just like tell Garrus no when he asks to join? I think that's what we have to do, right? Wait, so where's he at? He's at Cora's den? So that's wards, right? There we go. Yeah, Ozza is a big fan of the show. Like, Ozza is still... Like, she is, like, one of the bigger fans. The problem is that it doesn't really translate to gameplay. B15 Amanda's at 500. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I did see that Adam from BB Can's $10, which that's like, man, that's a pretty good steal if you like Adam.
That's him.
Again, $10 for probably the fan favorite of BB. Like, what do you have one fan favorite for BB Can 7? Probably, right? So it's like for him to have his cameras for only $10. That's pretty good. Actually, I never actually thought about that. Like, who wins fan favorite on BB Can if they had if they had fan favorites the entire time? Because obviously they just started at BB Can 9, but it's like, again, 7 you have Adam probably, 6 you have... Yeah, who wins 6? I actually don't even know. Is it Erica still, like all the way back? I feel like that's a weird one. 5 you have Ica. 4 you have Tim or Cassandra, probably Tim, maybe?
Back off, Rex.
3 you have Brittany or Sarah. 2, actually, it's probably not that interesting, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
This only chance. If he's smart,
Then what, like 2 you have...
coming out, Rex. End of story.
Would it be Netta?
This story is just
Or Del?
beginning.
Or John? I mean, all 3 of them are pretty popular.
Out of my way.
And then 1 is Gary.
What was that all about?
Who knows?
Damien?
Let's
You
just
think
try
Damien
not
would
to
be
get
6
complimental.
or 7? I think Adam was like, I don't know. I would guess Adam would be by the end of the season, especially if like we're talking about like with the his exit, like his final episode. Like that was such a powerful ending for him, for his game and everything. That I feel like that would have resonated.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel Security. Biggest mistake of my life.
I'm looking for a C-sec.
Yeah, Brent is still a
Curious,
typical
maybe
BB casting choice. Again, Brent would have been on any season. Like,
You must be one of Captain Anderson's.
yeah, like, even before the diversity mandate and everything. Like, Brent would have been on this season of the
I know
show.
where Garrus is.
That did not
Gotta
change
tell me
anything.
something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Yeah, like I know Damien was was very popular, but I do wonder if he would have won fan favorite by the time that the vote happened. But yeah, I could definitely see him being up there. Too bad I forgot about Damien though. I forgot he existed. Do I think you would do well on Big Brother? Again, like it's tough to really gauge off of like chat. I feel like you would need to really figure out someone's personality and how they interact with people and that sort of thing.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good.
Everyone from BBAU is on Cameo. I'm pretty sure they recruit people, right, on Cameo. I'm pretty sure they like reach out to. Like, they have to reach out first, right? It's not like these people are applying to Cameo. It's the other way around, right? So, and not surprising that, like, everyone from, like, a specific show is on there. And it's like, what else did the BBAU people have going on? Go to Med Clinic. I guess we still have to do that. There we go. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot Nick was even a person. $30. I think Donald Trump would do on Big Brother not well at all. Probably pretty poorly. Yeah, Christie is charging $75. No, not there. Is this it then? I guess so.
Tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doug. Now, if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut, or who are you? Let her go.
There's something I want to check. I just want to see. Okay, so we were going 53 minutes before the stream crashed. So we're what, over an hour in at this point? I wonder where did I end the first Mass Effect stream last time? It'd be interesting to see like how much further we get this time. Sorry, I'm not playing on Insanity. Nothing. Do I talk to Garrus?
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
You took him down clean.
Gina Marie, yeah.
Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
Yeah, it's like, why is she like? How is Gina Marie still even in the Big Brother community? It's insane to me that like she's like so prominent still.
Why were they threatening you? Who do they work for?
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like when the cookout turns on each other, it is going to be interesting to see how that goes. But I mean, like, there's so many different ways it could go. I feel like the most likely outcome right now is looking like Kylan is the first one out. It feels like almost everyone in the cookout is pretty anti-Kylan at this point. So I would, again, like, but then again, there's so much potential to comp out from Final 6 on that that could definitely play a factor. But again, you got Kylan as like a pretty easy boot there. You obviously have the Hannah, Tiffany, Xavier trio. Though recently Tiffany did mention that she is feeling a bit more and not feeling as confident about Xavier and would rather go with Azza to 3. Derek F, like today, like went on this weird spiel about how if he can't win the game, he wants all women final 3 or something, which is like the complete opposite of what he's been going on the entire season, where he's been very anti-women in terms of like he's been wanting to have all the women voted out. So it's like it's bizarre that he like randomly changes his tune at this point, but whatever.
This is your show, Shepard, but I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
Yeah, so this is where we turn him down, right?
I don't need a Turian shooting me in the back when I
fuck you.
All Turians are not the same.
Not
like Saren. I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation.
Glenn doesn't have a cameo? And Glenn is the person we should be getting a cameo from.
And a disgrace to my people.
You want a cameo from Joey Rodriguez? Actually, did you check Joey Rodriguez? Maybe Joey Rodriguez has a cameo.
Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Rex to take him out.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
Yeah, if like, again, if the cookout gets the final 6, Xavier has the best chance of winning the game.
Let's go.
Where, like, I think Xavier and Kylan are kind of on the same level. Wait, what? I turned him down, didn't I? Wait. How long ago was that? 5 minutes? Or 5... Should I reload? You know, I'm gonna reload save. Just because, like, I don't know if I fucked up there or not. Because I do not want him as part of our crew. Because that was kind of one of the major things in Mass Effect here that I wanted to change up, is not getting him. But yeah, Xavier's in the best spot if the cookout gets to the final 6. He pretty much has relationships with literally everyone there. And has deals with everyone there, outside of Ozza, but again, Ozza really likes Xavier. Okay. So, again, Xavier's really, like, in a really good spot if they get to Final 6, which is why, like, I don't have as much of an issue of him going to the Final 6 of the cookout, because again, that is, probably his optimal move. Fuck, I've hit the wrong thing.
Glad I could help.
Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay, thanks to you.
Why were they threatened?
They work for Feast.
What quarry?
Again, trying
She asked
to
me about the Shadow.
Then what?
make sure you don't fuck this up.
Now he works for Saren.
Feast betrayed.
The Quarian must have something Saren wants.
She must have
She
something.
did.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no
time we paid.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much
as
you do.
I don't need a
All Turians. I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on.
Wait, so this is what I have to say, right?
But I'll be watching you.
Wait, no, he
You know,
still
we are
joins?
the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a crew.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
We could use him. No, we don't need
We can
him.
handle this on our own.
Wait, so does he join you anyway? What did I fuck up? Did I fuck up earlier? I'm so confused. Whatever, who fucking cares? Doesn't matter, I don't care enough. I'm not gonna spend like fucking an hour here trying to figure this out. Alright, if Jose got into OTT, that would have been interesting. To be honest, I was actually, I actually wanted Jose to get in. Oh, Jesus. But, yeah, it would have been interesting to see him on OTT. It definitely would have played out a lot differently. I don't want to know exactly. I mean, like, to be fair, I mean, I think Jose still aligns with the people that, Jason aligned with, but, like, I think he's a way more chaotic presence, though. Wait, where are we going right now? I already forgot. Where do we meet up with Holly? It's in the hallway of something, right? We're not going to Rex. Yeah, you know what? Let's not even bother talking to Rex. Where is this? Oh, okay, it is in Core's Den. Yeah, when's the double or triple eviction? Probably... Like, I think the rumor is that's gonna happen after, like, the week when this twist is done, is what they're speculating in the house. Which seems to be around the time that I expect it to happen. I think it's up here, right? Because I'm expecting it probably like final 8 or so, somewhere in that range. Yeah, it's down here. So that would kind of align, not really. I mean, I think what, final... No, that would be final 8, so I don't know. It could be around there. Maybe a week after. Yeah, like, I would guess, like, nearing the end stretch, but not exactly there. Where the fuck? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I have no clue where I'm going. That's not the right way. I thought it was down here. No. No. Well, this is going lovely. Christy Bennett is $35. Yay. I haven't seen Christy Bennett in forever. Like, I don't even know, like what is she doing nowadays? I'm still surprised she wasn't on All Stars. I'm pretty sure, like, she turned it down, but still. Still kind of surprising. Where the fuck are we going? Where is this? Because what? It says, take down Fisk, Crime Lord. Oh, it's in Cora's Den. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. You have to go to Cora's Den first and then... Okay. I fucked up. I was thinking we were at the point where we had to meet up with Tali, but that's not until a little bit later. Yeah, because this is the fight that we had to fight the Krogan, right? And I got stuck here for forever. Is it a double or a triple? I would guess a double. I wouldn't be that surprised if we got a triple, but I don't think if I remember right, I don't think the schedule lines up with us having a triple. Okay, this is just terrible. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is so bad. I thought I would be able to do this because I'm on the easiest difficulty, but I guess I can't just like straight up run through it. Whatever. Okay. Fuck off. There we go. How's Christy Bennett as a character? She's fine. I mean, she's my complaints are more so with her as a player. As a character, I mean, she's fine. She's not like top tier or anything. Like, she's not like one of the most notable people even from her season, but she's not a bad character. Fine. And this guy here, right? Again, this fight like took me forever when we were playing on Insanity, so. Come on. I should just change guns. There we go. That worked out.
Don't kill me, I surrender.
Tell me where the Quarian is, and I won't have to shoot you in the kneecap.
Yeah, Tony is
I don't know where she is.
pretty MIA, I feel like, at this point. I think that's pretty much like what Tony did after both of the seasons, really. He kind of just disappears. Like, he's very active when the season's airing, but then disappears immediately afterwards.
I thought the Shadow Broker only worked through agents.
Australian Survivor. I mean, Australian Survivor's been okay. I mean, well, I guess, yeah, you have David, and I think Jericho's a fun character.
Even I don't know his true identity.
Yeah, I mean, outside, I mean, you got Shane Gould, who's kind of whatever. You got Pia, who's pretty bland, and then Kristen's probably the best character of the three female winners, but
Here on the wards, the back alley by the market.
yeah, not really saying much.
Meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
Tony, I don't even know if his thing's still active. I'm sure it is. He has a Twitter account. Or at least he used to. that was like prime Survivor Twitter. Was when Tony, Spencer, and Cass were getting into arguments on Twitter pre-season, and that was like a lot of the reason why. Because like Cagayan was not a spoiled season at all, but like everyone assumed that like Cass, Spencer, and Tony were pre-merge boots because of how active they were on social media. So a lot of people were thinking, oh, they gotta have been arguing at the pre-jury trip or something, and that's why they hate each other. But no, it turns out they're the final three of the final four. I think it's up here now, right? I think I went here too early. Yeah, they're right there. There we go. So I remember the right spot, I just went there at the wrong time.
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way.
Tully's voice is slightly different. They don't, I mean, not hate each other, but like definitely had a lot of bickering on Twitter. Come on. No, he's not gonna move. Cool. Can I make that shot? Oh wow, okay. I'm surprised that actually hit. Not what I meant to do. Yeah, that was really fun though. Tony and like everything Tony did on social media during Cagayan was pretty fun. Or like he was watching RHAP and we get he was watching Know It Alls and we get upset at Rob and Steven every episode whenever they were talking about his moves not being the greatest moves.
You've got proof Saren is working with the Geth. Hand it over.
Not so fast.
Chaos Cass and Nora on the same tribe? That would be pretty great. Yeah, from what I understand, Cass doesn't want to play again, but yeah, it would be fun.
Yes, I owe you. But not out here in the open. We need to go somewhere safe.
The ambassador's office. It's safe there. He'll want to see this anyway.
Yeah, there aren't as many of the of like the coach archetype for women. I feel like you got what, like Debbie, you got Nora. And is that it? Like of these like kind of delusional, like larger than life characters. Because like with men, I mean, I feel like there's a decent amount of them. Like I don't feel like there are as many with women. I would have told you that if you hadn't. I mean, I guess if you want to include like a Courtney Merritt, I guess.
This whole thing with
yeah, Angelina, I guess.
Maybe we should just start at the beginning.
I don't know if Chaos Cass fits into that mold though. Because Chaos Cass is like, she's like,
why did you leave the flotilla?
She's very.
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage.
I don't think it's the same sort of character.
Where's the proof you promised?
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove
well, I think of Angelina as a player.
The Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil.
Not bad. I mean, not terrible, but like not particularly
I tracked
great.
a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled.
Yeah, Cass is a lot more grounded. Cass is a lot more rational. But it's like her logic isn't always all there. If that makes it's like she very much like she can articulate what she is thinking. The problem is that it's not always the correct like logic to get there.
Something from its audio banks.
Where like I feel like if you ask Nora like in-depth questions about how she maneuvered through the game, like she would have no fucking clue. But like I feel like Cass can answer those sort of questions, but like isn't really still not saying it in a very accurate way.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
She hasn't posted since 2018. Yeah, I don't know what Cass is doing anymore. I know she moved to like Texas or something, right?
One step closer to finding the
yeah, I haven't heard anything about her in a while.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
Yeah, where did I end the first stream
the one talking about
last time?
I feel like I've heard that name before.
According to the Memory Core, the Reapers
were we're still going for a decent amount of time here.
50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the
Protheans. An ideal world would have Mass Effect 1 done by the end of the week,
at least,
which should definitely be possible.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it.
Why is he wiping his head when he said that?
The Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life.
Yeah, I think Cagayan definitely has one of the stronger server casts. That's a video I want to do relatively soon, is ranking all the casts in Survivor history. But yeah, Cagayan I think is definitely one of the better newbie casts. I think the only like complete dud there is Lindsay. And it's like, yeah, you have people like Jeffra and like Jeremiah, who are probably not the most interesting people in the world. But I still think
my name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander.
When you have like a cast of like again like Tony, Cass, Spencer, again Trish is a good character, even though she's not very
I think this is more than you can handle.
prominent nowadays.
With the Geth Shepherd, and we need all the help we
But
can get.
yeah, you got Tasha, who was very popular at the time.
I will go ahead to get things ready with the council.
Sarah Lucina, even though again not the most interesting person, but again obviously has a massive legacy and had a massive downfall. That was interesting. Again, like I don't know how I fucked this up with Garrus. Whatever. Again, who cares at this point? Ideally, I would not have gotten Garrus, and that way we can get to Mass Effect 2, where it's like he joins your crew, and it's like just ridiculous. They give him this over-the-top intro when it's like we barely know this person, but whatever. Doesn't really change too much. He's still gonna die in Mass Effect 2. It just would have changed that one scene. What are we doing here now? Return to tower. Okay. Man, like pre-merge, you have Bryce, you have Jatia, you have Garrett, you have Cliff Robinson. It's like it's a pretty great cast. Devin hasn't posted in a year. Devin like got married and has a kid and everything now, right? I'm pretty sure he's like kind of moved on from Survivor. What do you think of Garrett as a player? Very bad.
Come on. Eden is presenting the Quarians' evidence to the council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to.
Or are you talking about like Angelina in terms of like attractiveness?
And one step closer to the
or
return
I don't know. But anyway.
You wanted proof?
Angelina's fine. I feel like there's other people on Davis Goliath I'd pick over
Saren
though.
will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Yeah, like Devin's one that I think like probably not going to see up on Survivor again. I really like it, but I feel like it's been seasons at this. Like by the time again we get to an All-Star season, it's gonna be what, like 44. It's like at that point, it's like it's kind of been a while, and also it's like Devin, from what I understand, doesn't want to play again anyway. Or I said that like he would only come back if it's a Blood vs. Water thing, which is obviously like him just trying to get his mom on the season, but it's still, I think it's still, he doesn't seem to be too into
That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
playing Survivor again.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Mike White is more of a director nowadays, right, than an actor.
Saren thinks it can bring back the
like a director and a writer.
That's bad enough.
I don't think he's really acting as much.
Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all
I mean, Angelina's fine. Like she's decent looking. Just not I think like for me, I would prefer like Gabby or Kara Kay or even Natalia.
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different.
I'm trying to. Who else is even on that cast? Like, who are the women? You got Allison.
But we don't
It's not really my type.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover
And Allie Cole. Yeah, I feel like again, like I prefer like Gabby or Kara Kay over Angelina.
If Saren finds the conduit,
Yeah, she definitely had a like. Is that all she wore on
He no longer has the rights or
on
resources
Davis Goliath?
The council has stripped him of his position.
Oh yeah, Ben looks like a maniac. Last time I saw him, again, it's like what the fuck happened to him in the last year? Like that was hilarious.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region.
Yeah, he acted in School of Rock. But I mean, again, that was like 20 years ago. Like, he didn't he write that movie? Like, wasn't he also like involved in the writing or something of it? But yeah, I mean, like, I think nowadays he's more of a director.
Every time humanity asks for help,
I don't think he acts as much. I mean, obviously he was a co-writer on the Emoji Movie, so I mean, you know, he's an expert there.
There is another solution. A way to
But that's one of my favorite things ever too is the RGP exit interview with Mike White, or like Mike White's just upset at Rob the entire time. Like that's hilarious.
It was a Turian Spectre who betrayed this council, and it was a human who exposed him. I've earned this.
Oh, Jessica to me just always seemed like a little kid on David vs. Goliath. It's funny how she was like trying to. I think she said that she was like 24 or something. When it's like it very much seemed like she was like 19 or 20, like she was very young. Because I mean, obviously she was 19. What do I think of Angelina? I mean, not Angelina. Allison. She's fine. I mean, I think as a player, I think she's an interesting one because I think she. I mean, she could have won. Like, if there are definitely winning scenarios for if she gets to the end. She was definitely propped up as a really big threat, which obviously is a flaw in her threat management, but I don't know, like I think she has a good amount of game sense. Like I think coming into any like random season, I feel good about Allison, but probably still not I think like when we're looking at that cast, I don't know if she's like how high she is on a player ranking. Again, like a lot of these seasons, I haven't really thought about player rankings at this point, but like if we're looking at David vs. Goliath, I mean, like definitely, like I think I would have Mike White. Actually, I don't know, Nick or Mike White. I think they're 1 and 2. I just don't know the exact order. Because I think there's arguments for both. Where I think Mike White had a much stronger end game, but Nick had a much stronger. Pretty much everything up until the end game. Nick had a very strong episode, like past the Pat Medevac, like from pretty much episode 2 until final 10, he had an incredible run, and then like he gets a bit sloppy final 9, final 8, final 7, and final 6 on is just kind of a train wreck, but he's able to win out from there. So it's like
I'll find it.
I do think that middle portion is very impressive. Again, like he's the first person to ever execute a minority vote split, which by the way we did see again on Australian Survivor, even though it didn't really come into effect. But I mean, to be fair, it didn't come into effect that time either on Survivor. Well, I guess it did technically because they did put the idol on Angelina, even though that was the minority. But whatever.
Come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
But yeah, they did split the minority vote again here, which is obviously the optimal move.
Not even a thank you from
again, like,
what do you expect?
I'm actually surprised it took as long as it did, like until David vs. Goliath, for there to be a minority vote split. Considering it is a pretty basic strategy. Because essentially all it is it's if you know that you're playing like if you're banking on playing an idol for your vote, then split your minority vote to counter an idol from the majority. Again, it's a pretty basic concept, but again, it took us until season 37 of Survivor US to see it. And then, like, since then we've seen it here and there on International. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, we're just going back on ship. Are we just going to ignore Rex? Should I recruit Rex or not? He's like, I kind of... I'm going to move around here. Like, I guess we're just going to ignore him? Like, what's funnier? To recruit him just to kill him off, or just, like, ignore him entirely and he just never shows up again? Oh, whatever. I think we're just going to ignore him. There we go. C-Sec. Alright, headphones are starting to fall off again, so that's lovely. Wonder what happens when RHAP ends? I don't know. Is it gonna end? I mean, that's the thing. I think Rob will definitely not, do everything in his power to have it not end.
You the one they call Shepard?
Who wants to know?
The name's Rex.
Again, like, should I pick him up just to kill him?
A lot of money to get rid
you know what? I guess we will. Like, I think it's better, like, for this playthrough to actually kill him. So fuck it, we'll do it.
But I didn't finish this job, Shepard. You did. So the payment is yours.
What will be your player ranking for BB2? Well, you'll see in, fuck, I think that's still a month and a half away. But yeah, I made the BB2 player ranking already. It's coming out.
Bounty hunters don't just go around paying off people who take their contracts.
I won't take credit for someone else's work.
Yeah, I don't know exactly the date for it because we need to figure out
now I hear you're going after
what's
Sarah.
going on with like A&W and stuff like that, but it'll probably be end of September or early October. Like either like last week of September or first week of October, I think, is when that's coming out.
The Krogan's more trouble than
Oh fuck, I'm an idiot.
I don't cause problems, I solve them. You go after Sarah and you'll be glad I'm
We'll take you with us, Rex.
smart move.
Yeah, I almost fucked that up because I'm an idiot. Whatever. Again, I didn't want to have the full crew, but fuck it.
So, Williams, you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not
Wait,
sure.
why was Garrus there?
Every time I think I have a handle on things, the universe bank's hard to port.
Well, don't let anybody know. A big gun and a
What do you think of John Hennigan as a player? I think he's an interesting player. Again, in the grand scheme of David vs. Goliath, he's going to be probably in the middle. I want to go back and see if we can talk to Garrus. Because I want to kick him off for a crew if we can. Yeah, I mean, like, he seemed to have, like, a decent level of control on the initial Goliath tribe. I think he was this is actually, I watched a video of, like, John Hennigan's confessionals on YouTube.
Nice to see so
Like a few weeks ago, and I was like, it reminded me, like, John Hennigan actually got a decent amount of, like, pretty complex content. Oh, that's not Garrus. Yeah, that's not Garrus. Never mind. Whatever, let's just continue on. I guess we fucked it up, but whatever. Never thought about it until Survivor 37. That was definitely, like, I had thought about it before 37. But again, like, it's just something that we never saw on the show, though. Like, no one ever actually did it. Again, like, it's only a beneficial move in the situation that you're banking on a successful idle play. So it's like you're banking on your, like, you have to be you have to be non-minority in that you're expecting you to play an idol that will nullify that. You're going to be playing an idol that nullifies every vote from the majority.
This isn't right. The Normandy
like, so it takes like a pretty specific situation, but
a Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council, and it's time for me to step down.
But yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, like, there's no, I don't think there's a time pre-37 where it would even be effective, and even then, like, it wasn't that effective because, like, John got the majority of the votes anyway. Because, like, obviously it would also need multiple idols at play during a tribal from opposing sides, which rarely happens also. So
anything else?
Yeah.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording.
You don't see these shows lasting another 20 years?
Who specializes in the Protheans.
I kind of do. I don't see an end for Survivor and Big Brother. They're such cheap shows for them to make relatively, and our shows that still have a very solid, like, base that I really don't see Survivor Big Brother going anywhere. Big Brother in particular, like, I literally do not see Big Brother going anywhere. Like, I'll be very, very surprised.
You're a Spectre now. Don't answer to us.
See Big Brother get canceled because it's such a cheap show to make. And Survivor's, like, a bit more difficult, but, like, even then, I just feel like it's such a staple that I don't see it going. Like, if we're talking about, like, Amazing Race, then yeah, I could see Amazing Race going, realistically. Or if we're saying, like, I don't know about the challenge. I don't know where the challenge is going, but, like, the Circle, I could see Circle getting canceled. But I don't know, like, Survivor Big Brother, I just feel like it's very unlikely in my eyes. Like, anytime soon. Yeah, Joe Anglim has definitely changed quite a bit.
Stand by.
Dean as a player, Dean's good. I think he didn't manage his perception well in Eye of the Idols, to where he was a pretty clear jury goat. Despite the fact that he did, like, do a lot of things that juries typically like,
weird
he
enough
still
find.
doesn't ever win.
Everyone
So
on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%.
I think that's really his main
Intercom's
issue.
open. You got anything you want to say to the crew? Now's the time.
Crew, this is Commander Shepard.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit.
Yeah, probably Eager. I don't remember exactly. It probably was Eager Turtle. But yeah, it does a lot of these Survivor compilations and stuff.
None of the other species
Which, by the
has
way,
guts,
the fact that he
balls
like, I
to
think
deal
he has
with
like 35,000
us.
or something like that
We're the only
subscribers or
ones who can
something.
stop Saren.
That's
I
pretty
swear to you
insane,
all, we
actually,
will
for
stop
a random like Survivor compilation sort of channel.
The captain's not here. I'm in charge now, Joker. And time's wasted. Get
What
this
is going
bird in
on
the
right
air.
now in the game? Like, I'm barely paying attention to the game, but like I just find it funny when like the music just all of a sudden pops up. How I think Mr. Miyagi would do on Survivor. We saw that. We saw it in Bruce. Probably could do better. And Bruce is essentially like a Mr. Miyagi type character, right? Yeah, let's see. What else do we got? What are the holes in John's game? I'm assuming you're still talking about Hennigan. The massive hole in his game is threat management. Where he was looked at as like the glue of the Goliaths, and that's why they targeted him. Okay, Novaria. Let's get this shit done. Yeah, Survivor making it to 100 seasons, it's like, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Like, I mean, I think obviously, like, we're so far away from it that's like, how can you really say that? But it's like, I think for sure it's making 60. I think Survivor 60 is like very, like, I think pretty much lock it in. Again, like, I think it could last to 100. Obviously, we need a new host by then. Like, that's what, like 30 years from now or something, right? Yeah. It's like Probst would be, what, in his 80s? Right? So, yeah. Probably would get a new host by then, but I would not be surprised to see it still around.
What a fun bunch.
For season 41, I'm just waiting for a cast release. Don't know when that's gonna be though. Again, like it could be this Wednesday for all we know. Again, we're about a month out from the show, and well, a month and a week. So it's like it wouldn't be surprising if it came out this Wednesday. It could be next Wednesday too. Obviously, the Saturday after the cast release will be when the cast assessment comes out, which I do hear. Feels weird to use Ashley and Caden, but I'm also not even supposed to have these two. So yeah, let's do that, I guess. Have I watched Total Drama Island? We talked about this, haven't we? I watched the first season. I haven't watched anything beyond that. What would Survivor do without Jeff? Do what Australian Survivor and Survivor South Africa and Survivor UK and Survivor New Zealand did. I mean, I think it'll be interesting. Like, I don't think Jeff. I think Jeff would still remain on as executive producer even beyond his hosting role. But I don't see Jeff. Like, I think Jeff is literally going to do Survivor up until the point where he can't do it anymore. Like, I could see Jeff, like, 70 years old, still doing Survivor.
I'm on important business.
This is an unscheduled arrival.
But, I mean, like, obviously there's gonna, like, we're gonna have to change hosts at some point.
All you need to know is I have more connections than you.
I still think even beyond that, I think he's still gonna remain as executive producer up until literally the point he can't do that, and then it'll be interesting to see what happens at that point. Because from my, like, I believe like a lot of the other executive producers are around Jeff's age as well, if not like at least in their 40s. So it's like obviously there'll need to be a massive like passing of the torch at a point with the production crew, which it'll be interesting to see how it goes at that point.
1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity.
31,000 subs? Okay, I guess it's a bit less than I thought. I remember it was 30 something.
I hope the rest of your visit will be less comfortable.
Because I was just, I was like watching one of his things the other. Oh yeah, the Daniel Di Lorenzo thing. That's what it was. Yeah, which by the way, I did not remember how much Jeff hated on Daniel Di Lorenzo. Like I know there's been like things out there like, oh, Jeff hates Daniel Di Lorenzo, but I was like I never really remembered like any of the proof of that. But yeah, like he posted a video recently of Daniel Di Lorenzo getting a lot of hate from Jeff, and I was watching that. That was pretty hilarious. Which is like kind of a shame because like I already did my least favorite player video for Jeff Probst, and I did not pick Daniel Di Lorenzo. Fuck, I hit the wrong thing. But oh well. She probably would be the pick for Heroes vs. Villains if I were to redo it, but oh well.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
I still don't think she's the pick for Panama, though.
And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Saren's second in command. She's here?
Yeah, Bruce is the guy who couldn't poop. I mean, yeah, that could be a thing. Well, the thing is, like, it's not really Jeff's son.
I'm here to bring her
like,
in.
Jeff's son is what Mark Paul Glossier, or whatever his name is, son, right? It's like his adopted son, technically, or whatever. They're not, I mean, not even a legal thing, right? It's just that he calls him his son.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance.
I'm pretty sure I've watched the King of Sass videos in the past. I haven't recently, though.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Like, if I have, it's probably been years.
If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
Yeah, like, I've watched his videos in the past. I think he even started. Didn't he start like a second channel, like a channel where he's like actually talking and everything? Okay, I don't know why the fuck my headset won't stay on properly. There we go. Jeff doesn't have any like biological children. He has two. Like his wife used to be married to Mark Paul Gosselaar. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but he was like the star of Saved by the Bell. Yeah, she used to be married to him. They got divorced, and Jeff married her, and now when he talks about his kids, he talks about her kids. I believe legally they're not his kids, but I'm not going the right way. I should be going this way. Okay, again, this area is so fucked. It's like the game just like fucking freezes at points when you're walking through here, which is hilarious because it's like this was actually like there used to be like a massive wall in the middle of this area in the original version because they couldn't load the section properly, but they took it out because they were like, oh, we can do it now. But it's like, I mean, I guess they can't though, can they? All right. Yeah. I did see his, like, didn't he do I think he did a video on, like, the feud between Andrea and Zeke. I think I saw that. And, like, something about, the Weezer Woo story and that sort of stuff. Interesting ideas. Not what I would do. I mean, it's not like, it's not the type of content I want to make, but...
Who might you be?
Again, still a bit of a different, like, again, like, it's a lot, like, it's essentially like conspiracy theories, right? Like, talking about Survivor conspiracy theories. Which I have thought about doing that. I thought about doing a video on Survivor conspiracy theories, which I thought would be fun.
Mr. Analeas closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption.
I talked about it before, like, I thought about doing, like, a Survivor Iceberg video. Because, again, I know there is a Survivor Reddit Iceberg. So, like, explaining the Survivor Reddit Iceberg. I thought that would be fun to do as a video, but again, I think that's kind of past. Yeah, Brian Heidick's definitely Jeff's favorite player. He always loves the players that he calls despicable. Yeah, like Jeff is not going to be hosting in his 90s, but it's like, I wouldn't be like surprised if he's like somewhat still attached to the show by then, though.
Mr. Analeas would be disinclined to let you walk with him. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Yeah, I'll be like mid-50s by the time Survivor 100 is out. That's like really depressing.
I'll consider your offer.
I can ask no more. In the meantime, perhaps a drink? I am working my way through.
Did I fuck up? I might have fucked up. I wasn't paying attention.
Yes, she caused quite a stir. It's not every day.
I should let you go.
Again, this is actually like a cool section, like when you're actually paying attention, but when you're not paying attention, it's really fucking annoying because you actually have to do shit. What am I doing? Corruption. So I think that means we have to talk to that guy down there, right? Yeah, I've seen the Reddit one. Am I gonna do a Big Brother winner edit video? No, because there's not a winner edit on Big Brother. Again, Big Brother is not a show with a winner's edit because they can't have a winner's edit because it's all live. Like they can, like towards the end, like they usually like prop up people that they kind of know who's has a chance of winning. Like you see that sometimes in recent seasons where like they would like prop up Jackson's game at points and stuff like that because they knew that Jackson was more than likely winning a jury vote if he gets to the end. And like you notice that with Casey, if I remember right. But yeah, like there's things that you pick up on, but it's like it's usually not until the very, very end of the season. Like they can't really have a winner's edit before that.
Nothing right now.
And even then, it's like it barely matters.
Well.
All right, see you later, Pav Cruz. What do I think of Jeff as a host? I think he's a great host. I think he's the best of the U.S. Did I fuck up? Okay. I think he's the best of the U.S. like big reality show hosts. To be honest, he's probably the best host around.
I'd like to speak to Annaleas.
Yeah, I think he probably is. Like, I think he, like, even though a lot of people complain, like, oh, he like gets too, he tries to input himself into the show too much, and obviously there's a lot of complaints with him as the executive producer. But I think as a host, I do think he is the best host there is for reality TV.
You will excuse me if I don't. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
How do you think Jeff would do? I think it matters if we're like assuming if they know he's Jeff Probst and they know he's the host of Survivor, then first boot, yeah. If not, then I think naturally, like I think Jeff Probst is the type of person that makes sort of like merge spot and then probably gets taken out soon afterwards. Like he kind of like gives me like savagey sort of vibes as a personality, but yeah, I mean, still like not really one I see consistently winning, but I think there's a chance. Yeah, Julie Chen's definitely my favorite. Actually, I would like to do that. Like, I don't know how how soon I'm ever gonna do this in terms of a video, but to actually like run through all the hosts in like all the reality shows I cover and like rank them. Like, I think is Julie Chen the worst? I think she's worse than all of the Survivor. Well, I mean, I think like Matt Chisholm is probably the worst host.
Never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
Probably. I mean, like, well, actually, I mean, if we're really going back, like Survivor UK and stuff has terrible hosts. But I mean, like modern times, it's like Matt Chisholm's pretty bad, but like he's also like so bad that he's good though. It's like he's hilarious how bad he is. What am I doing? Again, I'm not paying attention. Okay, so we were going back to him. Yeah, I mean, like, Julie's bad. Julie Chen's bad. I mean, Sonya's pretty bad, too, from AU. It's like, I liked her. I remember I liked her when watching, the older AU seasons that I've watched. But then, like, I feel like recent, like, she is not the host for BBAU. Like, she's not the host for, like, for a game with any semblance of strategy. So, yeah, Sonya's pretty bad. Arissa's great. I think Arissa's probably the best Big Brother host out there in terms of the strategic shows. I do really like Emma Willis, who was the host of BBUK and was host of Circle UK, but she's kind of gone now that Circle UK is gone. I don't like the Circle US host. Though I did think she was better in Season 2 than Season 1, but still. Not great. What else is there? And JLP's fine. I like Nico, but I think there are definitely points where Nico doesn't get the game.
I should let you go.
Shit, not what I meant to do.
Continue to enjoy the bar.
Fuck.
Back again. What can this old Turian
I've been thinking over your difficulties with Analeus.
Indeed.
Matt Chisholm? You don't know who Matt Chisholm is? He's the host of Survivor New Zealand.
So if I help you, you'll help me.
Yes. You need to get into the garage.
Okay, which movie are you talking? Are you talking about the movie Circle or The Circle? So like the movie, if you're talking about the movie Circle, where they all stand in a circle and they like point at the person they want to vote out, and then that movie I have watched. I have not watched The Circle, the movie that's like based off of a book that's like with, I think it's Emma Watson. Like I haven't watched that movie. So I don't know which one you're actually talking about, but if we're talking about Circle, I really love that movie, and I want to do a video on it at some point. Like I talked about this as a series. I want to do at some point of like talking about. Okay, yeah, you're just talking about Circle. Yeah, that's I really like that movie. It's a movie that I always wanted to do a video on because it like kind of relates back to Survivor and to like these social strategy games, and I'm working my way through. Okay, I have no fucking clue what's going on right now.
She caused quite a stir. It's not every day a matriarch arrives with a guard detail of commandos.
I don't think this matters.
I will continue.
It says speak to him. Stumbling block was in front
to enjoy the bar.
Wait, so is it? Okay. Whatever. What makes Matt Chisholm so bad? I mean, he's a very awkward guy. He is very much like trying to copy off of like JLP and Jeff Probst, but like does it in a very awkward way.
Did you see in the Star
Yes, she caused quite a stir. It's not.
I should let you go.
Yeah, like he has a lot of moments where he's just
enjoy the bar.
Okay, where am I going? I have no clue what I'm doing. You discover. Okay, I know that. You need to leave past. Yes, just speaking like whatever. Take the elevator. Yeah, we're here. Wait, what else does he have to say then?
Back again. What can this old Turian do for you today?
No, I have not watched Kissing Booth 3. Again, you keep on asking me this. Like, I have no clue what Kissing Booth 3 is. Like, I'm assuming there's Kissing Booths 1 and 2. Actually, I think those are like Netflix movies or something, right?
So if I help you...
Yes. If you recover the evidence from my
office,
he's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their...
If he's paying them...
Yeah, I'm trying... Okay, I think we did it this time? Yes, we did it. Okay. Take the elevator on the lower level. Okay.
Try to keep bloodstains off the carpet.
So, let's try to find this. Again, this entire fucking section is like a maze. Yeah, I would guess that all of the Kissing Booth movies are not good. Yeah, it's a Netflix movie. Yeah, like has there been a good Netflix movie? Like a movie made by Netflix? I can't even think of like a single movie made by Netflix that I thought was good. Not that I've watched that many of them, but it's like, I mean, unless we're including like, what was the Breaking Bad movie called? I already forgot what it's called. El Camino? Something like that, right? But, like, that was fine. But it's like, I don't feel like there's another Netflix movie that was actually that good. Yeah, it does good shows. But even that, I feel like even, like, recently, I can't even think of that much stuff that they've done that I've been that interested in.
What'll you do if I don't?
But yeah, in terms of movies, they definitely have not had the greatest quality there. Favorite horror movie? I'm trying to think. I don't remember. Again, like, I'm just trying to look at my Blu-ray collection, see if there anything pops out. Okay, I just dropped the controller. That's lovely. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite horror movie is. Like, I really don't remember anymore. Again, like, I used to be so much into film, and, like, recently I just have not really paid that much attention. But, like, there's a lot of them that I can think of that, like, are good. Oh, wait, we never fucking upgrade. I'm an idiot. Whatever.
I don't have time for
but
this. Get the hell out of here or I'll start shooting.
It's tough for me to, like, really think of, like, what's my favorite. In a second here after this fight, I'm gonna try and look up on IMDb. Because I've rated every movie that I've ever watched on IMDb, so I want to check real quick to see what's on top of that. Okay. Cobra Kai's fine. Again, I've talked about Cobra Kai in the past. I don't look at Cobra Kai as a good show. And same thing as Stranger Things. I like Stranger Things Season 1, but beyond that, I'm not an enormous fan. And yeah, BoJack Horseman's really good. I do like BoJack Horseman. I didn't watch the final season, though, which I would like to watch at some point. But never got around to it. Yeah, I'm interested in Stranger Things 4. Like, I think Stranger Things is a series that has a lot of potential, but I don't know. I didn't really care for the last couple seasons. What? Fine. Oh, I think It is up there for my favorite horror movie. And it's probably not number one, but It Chapter 1, I should say, the remake. And not the second one. Okay, I just want to look this up real quick on my, yeah, I've watched 4,527 movies. So that's something. Did I play the Stranger Things 3 game? No, I have not. I'm pretty sure, like, it goes on sale quite a bit, though. But, not really something I'm particularly interested in. Do I think Amanda is going to cheat on Daniel? What is this from again? Oh yeah, from from Cobra Kai. I don't know. Again, like, I don't care. Like, realistically, I don't care that much. Probably. Like, it wouldn't be surprising me. But yeah, I'm looking this up right now. All the movies I've rated 10 out of 10 on IMDb. Yeah, The Crow. We got The Departed. Got Donnie Darko. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Got Fargo. Got Black Swan. Got 50-50. Got American Beauty. American History X. American Psycho, if you include that as horror. I think that's probably my favorite. Back to the Future. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Fight Club. Gattaca. Graduate. Her. Inception. The Incredibles, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Edge of Tomorrow, Looper, Matrix, Memento, Monty Python, Nightcrawler, Office Space, Place Beyond the Pines, Prisoners, Pulp Fiction, Requiem for a Dream. Again, I'm literally just listing out every movie I've rated 10 out of 10. Rushmore, Seven, Star Trek Remake, which that's definitely biased. Empire Strikes Back, Whiplash, Taxi Driver, Synecdoche, I don't know how to fuck you pronounce that movie's name. New York, Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Borat, 25th Hour, Anomalisa. Holy shit, how many movies have I made a 10 out of 10? I think that might be it. Et tu Mama Tambien. Fuck me. I think that's all the Secret in Their Eye. I give The Secret in Their Eyes a 10 out of 10. Time Crimes, that's 10 out of 10. The Lobster. Birdman. Oh my god, I have way too many movies listed here. Grave of the Fireflies, Avengers Infinity War. Oh no, there's like too much shit here. Okay, that's it. That's it for the 10 out of 10s. Have I watched the Dragon Ball Z live action movie? Yes, I have. I watched it in theaters, and that was one of the worst experiences of my entire life. I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan. I loved Dragon Ball when I was a kid. And can you kill them from here? No, right? Yeah, it doesn't allow you to. Okay. Yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution I think is the worst movie ever made for me. And I want to do a video on it. I don't remember did it come out 2008? So like I feel like maybe like 2023 would be a good time like to do a video on it, like 15-year retrospective. I don't know, I want to do a video on it at some point. I think it'll be funny.
Ananias would throw you off the world.
Like I don't do that many videos based around movies, but I feel like whenever like there's an anniversary of a movie that I have some sort of connection to, I would like to do them. Again, I did one for Scott Pilgrim, and I was pretty happy with how that video turned out. So I would like to do it with some other movies. And again, Dragon Ball Evolution is obviously the exact opposite, where Scott Pilgrim was a movie that I adored when I was younger, while like Dragon Ball Evolution is a movie that I fucking hate with all my passion. But again, it still would be fun to do a retrospective. So I'm trying to move around right now. So alright. Yeah, like, there's a lot of movies I would ideally like to do videos on at some point, but there's bigger priorities. But I think Dragon Ball Evolution is definitely one I will take the time out of my schedule to do. Fuck. There we go. Favorite movie of all time? Oh yeah, I did, I played the Scott Pilgrim game when it came out, but like not too much. I did buy the re-release, because it went on sale like almost immediately after it came out for like $10, so I was like, fuck it, I'll buy it. I haven't played it yet though. But yeah, I've played in the past. It's a good beat 'em up. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the original comic. Like I've read the original comic probably like what 5 or 6 times. It's been a while since I've read it. I think yeah, I did. I read it. So when I made the Scott Pilgrim 10-year retrospective, I believe I read the comic again immediately afterwards. And I actually thought about doing a retrospective on the comic alongside it, but I never got around to that. But I would like to at some point.
Would you know anything about it?
I have no clue who Mike Barnes is. I don't care enough about Cobra Kai to know who like
why would I?
Random characters
Don't
are.
play me, Shepard. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, go like I mean everything about that movie. Everything about Dragon Ball Evolution is terrible. It's like I don't understand how they thought any of that was gonna work. Like it's such a like an Americanized version of Dragon Ball, but also like in the worst possible way. But just like looking back on it, it's like how the fuck, like it really is my. Do I own? Actually, I just want to check this real quick. I don't think I own it. Yeah, I don't own Dragon Ball Evolution. I never actually thought about that. I guess I'll have to buy Dragon Ball Evolution. Actually, I haven't really. I'll probably just. I kind of want to own it though, just because it is so bad. Yeah, I don't own a physical version of Dragon Ball Evolution. Wait, is it not here? Wait, it said go here, right? What's we? Oh, fuck off at the bar. Ugh. Fine. Not what I meant to do. Fuck, wrong button. What the fuck is going on? Okay, fine. I was trying to fucking run with one hand so I could look at the chat. Yeah, Yeah, so like I'm probably just gonna find some sort of version of it online. No way I'm fucking actually going on. I mean, like, yeah, I would like to technically own a copy of it at some point because, like, I'm very much into physical media. I do like the concept of having a physical representation of my taste in media, and like sometimes that means something to me, even though it like is the it means something to me in like every negative way, but I still technically would like to own a copy of it at some point, but I'm probably not going to spend more than a couple dollars on it. Like, I'm definitely not going to spend like $10 on a copy of Dragon Ball Evolution. I don't think
Always
it's...
a pleasure, Spectre.
Whatever.
I asked you to look into.
Mike Barnes, the villain from Cobra Kai Season 3. Do we lie?
Well, there are still plenty of drinks I have not.
Is there a point in lying?
If you wish, I will continue to enjoy the bar.
I don't think there is there?
Always a pleasure, Spectre. I believe you require a garage pass. I have some calls to make.
Yeah, I don't really care. Just want to move on. Yeah, so it should be good now, right?
Starting with Mr. Analeus.
Okay. I don't know what to do. I keep on pulling out my gun. It's so dumb that you can just pull out your gun in the middle of, like, in the middle of a hotel in this game, but whatever. Twitter watch party. Yeah, I don't understand how those work. I feel like with me not having, like, a webcam and stuff, like, it kind of makes it even more pointless, though, right? I feel like the kind of the point of that is, like, to see the person's reactions and everything. Yeah, I mean, technically, I could have done, like, watch parties of the Survivor seasons, right? It's like some of those are on Prime. But yeah, like, if you do a watch party, like, you don't actually have that thing on screen, right? It's more so, it's just like you're supposed to be watching it along with the people. I don't know. Like, I've never actually watched a watch party.
Fine.
But
I was just passing by.
Have a good day.
do I have any of the Survivor seasons on DVD? I think I have Vanuatu. I think that's the only one I have. I would like to get all of them at some point. But again, like, I'm not going to spend, like... I mean, to be fair, I'm probably going to eventually need to spend, like, $20 a season or something dumb like that. But, again, I don't want to pay retail for those. But, again, like, I got Vanuatu from, like, a thrift store years ago. And, like, that's the only reason I have Vanuatu. And I think I have, like, a VHS of Borneo. Or it's like the greatest moments from Survivor, from, like, again, for first season of Survivor. But, yeah. Least favorite Survivor winner, like, as a person? Or, like, as a character?
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization.
Yes, that's genuine.
It's like, I don't know. Ethan, Vesapia, Brian. And Brian's, like, really unlikable. But I do respect his gameplay to a degree. What the fuck? Okay. If I remember, I think this is where I ended stream last time, isn't it? I think it was like around... Okay, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, if I remember right, this is where I ended stream, the first stream last time, which will obviously make it further than this time. Yeah, I don't think I, like, really dislike many winners, like, from a, like, a personal standpoint or anything. Like, I think if you're looking at, like, characters, then yeah, like, I mean, someone like Amber's, like, not the most interesting person in the world. Natalie White isn't interesting. Fuck. Okay, that worked. Like, even like a Tommy isn't particularly interesting. No, I'm too fair. I think Tommy's more interesting than those two. Because at least he does have, like, gameplay things that are notable. Again, I don't really have, like, a solid answer. I'm Bob's up there. in every aspect. Yeah, I don't think I really have a super solid answer though. What do you think of Benry? Okay, well that's cool. That's what I get for looking away for a second. I think Benry's like a fun character in terms, like he's not like super prominent on the show, but it's like he has like so many like little moments that really make him a fun character. But as a player, like he's meh. Like he's like a slightly better version of Fabio as a player. I mean, like I don't know. It's weird. I think he's a slightly better version of Fabio. But it's all, I mean, but to be fair, like part of his issue is threat management, where he wasn't, where he was looked at as a bigger threat than Fabio. Though, like again, like I think he does some more impressive things than Fabio. But I think they're like very much, pretty much on the same scale there, which is not particularly high. But again, not like at the very, very bottom of any player list or anything. I would say probably like around replacement levels, like around the very middle. Would Gabon be one of the weaker casts? Again, like if we're talking about like for when I ranked all the casts, it would probably be, I would guess it's probably hovering in the 20 to 30 range. It's one, I think if we're talking about gameplay, yes, it is for sure one of the bottom casts. But if we're looking at like how entertaining this cast is, then I feel like they're higher. Like I think if we're looking at like worst casts, I think you got like a Thailand. Again, I haven't really thought this through fully, but yeah, I feel like Thailand would be pretty low. Redemption Island would be relatively low, but I don't know. I think Thailand might be the bottom, but again, I haven't really thought this all the way. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking that, yeah, maybe Gabon is probably closer to the 30 spot than I was thinking. Yeah, especially because I feel like a lot of more recent seasons have had pretty strong casts. Who played worse, Shannon or Wendy Joe? Wendy Joe. The one pro about Shannon is that Shannon did get people that did remain loyal to him. The problem is that it wasn't enough to hold the majority, but again, like Alina, Kelly Bruno, and Fabio were still sticking by his side, even though I believe Kelly Bruno didn't vote, like did vote him out by the end of it, but again, he had a solid 4. Benry also flipped at the last second, so he technically had like pretty much like half the tribe on his side, and it's really Chase flipping that fucked him up, which again, you have to fault him for not being able to keep Chase, but and again, a lot of that is his own fault, and like with him being this like big muscular guy, there's no reason for him to be first voted out of this tribe. But it's like, I think there's like at least a pro to say about him. Well, like I can't say a single pro about Wendy Joe and how she played. Where are we going? Is it still here? I really hate the makeout sections. These are so fucking boring. Kimmy's accent surprised you? I barely remember. Like, is it thicker than normal? Like, I don't remember. Like, it's not, like, usually, like, that's a sort of thing that I don't pay that much attention to. I'm too, like, if I'm being honest, like, I think Australia might be down there for me in terms of favorite casts. Like, I would not be surprised if Australia ends up being in the bottom 10. Is this where I'm going? Oh, it is. Actually, no, this is where I ended the stream last time. It was this fight. That's about to come up. If I could fucking get up the stairs, what the fuck? Whatever. Yeah, this fight here. Yeah, this is a pretty brutal fight, I remember, on Insanity. He's like, the fucking Krogans were such a pain. Fuck. Alright, well, I fucked that up. I mean, Wendy didn't even have one ally. It's like, she, like, the show, because even then, like, the show, like, shows her, like, being close to Holly, but, like, we found out after the fact that's, like, she wasn't even, like, aligned with Holly. Like, that was literally just, like, a throwaway conversation they had, and that, like, she was actually, like, closer to Eve, and was, like, very upset that Eve didn't vote with her, which is why she ends up voting for Eve, I believe, at the tribal. And like, again, Eve was also someone that was like never really gonna work with her, so it's like, come on. Okay, cool. Okay. But yeah, I still gotta, like, eventually I'm gonna schedule the next batch of videos. What the fuck? Which, I feel like there's a lot of ideas that I'm jumbling around on what to exactly do with that batch. Like, I think worst players might be on there. I will say, like, because, like, I wanna, being honest, when it comes to Survivor and Big Brother Big, I'm probably gonna try to do some videos that are a bit quicker to make, because I am kind of falling. What the fuck? Who is shooting me? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, where did this guy come from? What the fuck? Okay, I guess we'll use a fucking med kit. Wait, what the fuck? There's two fucking Krogans still? How are there two Krogans still? Oh wait, they get revived, don't they? I forgot about that. Oh, I fucking hate this game. Fuck this. No. Where the fuck are Ashley and Kaden? Where'd they go? Okay, I'm about to die. Or somehow not? Wow, okay. Oh my god, that was such a dumb fight. Whatever. 20th retrospective of Africa. Actually, I forgot that wasn't out yet. October, I think? It's at the 20th anniversary, which, Africa did start late, because of 9/11. So, which I think is early October. Yeah, I have made that video though. It is in the can already.
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present. Which
ends up being around the same length as the Borneo. Actually, I believe it's the shortest of the three Survivor retrospectives, like the early season ones. It's shorter by like a few seconds than Borneo's, but it's like, it's still like 46 minutes, I think, or something like that. How's Wendy as a strategist? I mean, we didn't see any of that outside the fact that she decided to not talk to anyone on her tribe in the first few days, and then decide to go all out at tribal. Which is why, like, again, like, first boot ranking, it's why I'm not that interested in doing it. Like, I'm going to do it, but, like, it's not like a massive priority for me, because it's like, I don't feel like there's that much to talk about with the, to, like, differentiate a lot of these rankings. Okay. That's why I decided to go for merge boot ranking for, like, the first ranking video of next year. Because I do feel like that one's a bit more interesting to me than first boot ranking.
This place is in bad shape.
I love Tyrone too. Tyrone's an underrated character. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about like how, like, because I know like people want me to do like these player rankings for individual seasons and stuff, and it's like I would like to do it ideally, but it's like, and the truth of the matter is, like, at the end of the day, it's like they don't perform as well as like if I were to do like a more general like casting video or anything like that. So it's kind of like, and also like I feel like if I were to do those player rankings, like I would want to like watch the season immediately beforehand, which obviously that's like a lot of work too. So it's like that's kind of what's been holding me off from doing those. But yeah, I ideally would like to do. Like I've thought about like even something like IOI, which like at least like that one I've already done like a review that I'm like content enough with, that I don't feel like I need to redo. So it's like I feel like I could do an IOI player ranking, and I'll be kind of okay with it. But like anything before that, like I feel like I would need to rewatch the season. What the fuck is going on? Okay, where do I have to go? Am I already going to the two sides and stuff? No, because that's locked. That's locked. Where am I going then? This? No. Where am I going? Because I'm pretty sure I go there. I just don't know if it's now. Wait, there's... No. Is there a thing somewhere around here? I don't even know. Whatever. I would include Dan. Oh yeah, like even though again, like, I know some people wouldn't want me to, but it's like I feel like it wouldn't be a genuine player ranking. And if we're being honest, like Dan isn't going to be that low either. I've talked about I've talked about Dan's game in the past on stream. There we go. Why didn't Wendy talk to anyone? Because her husband told her that she never shuts up, and so she decided to keep quiet. Wait, what? Wait, am I supposed to do something down there? Oh, here, right? Oh, well, that didn't work. Oh, it's the fucking Tower of Hanoi thing. God damn it. Alright, well... Wait, how do we do this again? Okay, wait. I think I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up, I think. Right? Wait, fuck. Yeah, because this. Yeah, obviously this is riveting to see. Wait, no, it's here, this, there, this, there, this, there. Which, yeah, this was a Survivor challenge at a point. There we go.
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
Hey, what do I think of Dan as a player? Again, I talked about that. Like, it's like the weird thing is that like Dan,
This
like
system is monitored to respond to the name.
like Dan was in the majority for a good chunk of the game. He was in a position where he was more than likely going to the end no matter what happens. And I do think if he's up in the end against Dean and Nora, I think there's a sliver of a chance he wins that. Like, I think he's definitely getting votes in that scenario. So it's like, I mean, like, I think you can't really, like, completely dismiss his game.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Yeah, like, would he be, like, the top of the list for IOI? No. But it's like, he would definitely be in the top half as a player.
The tramway system is currently inoperable.
I need a status report. What systems are down?
One moment, please.
Yeah, this in South Pacific. I think they did this in Thailand also.
Critical failure.
And I don't know if there's another season, but yeah, they've definitely done Tower of Hanoi on Survivor in the past.
Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete.
Yeah, Lore and the Beast 2. It would be, I mean, like, it would probably be, oh yeah, like, I haven't really thought this through. It would be Tommy, Lauren. I guess after that it's tough. Like, it's a lot of people, like, kind of in the same tier. Like, Tommy and Lauren are, like, far and away 1 and 2. And then you have, like, again, like a Dean, a Janet to a degree, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like, where's Elaine in all this? Missy and Aaron, I don't know. It's tough, actually. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people kind of in the same sort of tier afterwards. Like, even, like, Kelly and Jamal would be in that sort of tier. It's like a grouping of, like, probably, like, 10 people that are all fighting for the same spots there.
What are the landlines, and why are they disabled?
Probably not 10 people, but, like, probably a grouping of, like, 8 people or so. Oh, yeah, Ronnie definitely at number 4, specifically. That's definitely where he would be. I think Ronnie would be last.
When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs,
yeah, Ronnie would be last. Because again, like, Molly at least had a core, like, she thought she had a core 4, but I mean, like, she at least had Jamal and Jack. She had Tommy that she assumed was with her but wasn't. But again, like, she did have 2 people that were loyal to her to the point where, like, they blindsided them because they knew that Molly wouldn't, or they wouldn't go along with the Molly boot. So again, that's better than Ronnie, where, like, all Ronnie had was what, Aaron.
User alert. Landline connect now exiting to the room.
But yeah, like, it's like they're not that bad though. As like, I think there is an argument for Vince being lower. Because I do think Vince played poorly. Obviously, he got voted out of an idol in his pocket. In a position where he already knew he was on the bottom. There's a whole bunch of enemies here. It wasn't the first ooh. He did survive a tribal. But even then, even at that first tribal, he was a potential target there. Like, if it wasn't Ronnie going home, it was going to be him. Like, I think there's an argument for it. Fuck, Caden even dies on easy? That's some bullshit. See, this was my problem with Plains on Sandy, was that Caden and Ashley kept on dying.
Passenger trams are offline.
Are we good? Alright. Well, that was dumb. This? No. What am I interacting with? This. Yeah, Tom's pretty low. Yeah, I mean, like, I could see the argument for Vince being the bottom. Like, what did Tom even do? I don't think about it. Like, he did have the alliance with Vince and Elaine, right?
Alert. Main reactor
I don't remember how the Vince vote played out.
Containment procedures.
I don't remember exactly how that played out. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think that being the bottom 3 makes sense. I think Molly would probably be after that, and then probably Chelsea or Jack. I don't know. Jack's weird because it's like Jack was very well liked, but Ozzy was left out in that initial vote. He then kind of gets sniped out of the game. But him being taken out of the game also shows that he didn't have as strong a relationship with Kelly as he should have. Okay, what the fuck just happened? It's like the frame rate dropped and also the camera spazzed out at the same time. I don't know. Kelly's weird because like I feel like Kelly. I think Kelly at the end of the day is probably a player that has a lot more potential than she has actually like that good of a player. Because like she executes the who gets the jack move and saves Dean, and that's an incredible move if she doesn't get caught. The problem is she gets caught right away. Which kind of ruins the effectiveness of that move. And then she has, like, obviously she gets blindsided with 2 idols in her pocket. But she is, like, a major orchestrator of the Molly move, like, alongside Lauren. Okay. Like, she's someone that definitely had a lot of agency in the game. But, yeah, I mean, there's definitely Nox, though. So, I think she has a lot of potential, definitely has a lot of, like, innovative strategies, but I think at the end of the day, it's like, she's probably in that, like, grouping of, like, the 8 people I was talking about that are, like, fighting for, like, after Tommy and Lauren, but, like, I think she's probably on the lower end of that group. Okay, well. No, they're not gonna come back? Okay. Not what I meant to do. Krishma. I don't know where from Krishma either. I think Krishma's probably below that grouping. Like, she's probably... Okay. That's cool. Yeah, she's probably bottom half, right?
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance
with
emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
It's not that. Where am I going? What does it say? Reconnect. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. Wait, this was... Yeah, I'm kind of confused of where I even came from. I think I came from here, right? So, I think going down here... Yeah, I think like Kelly, Jamal, let's see, Missy, Aaron, maybe Elizabeth would be in that grouping, I don't know. Elaine, Janet, Dean, and probably Dan, would be in that grouping of people that are like all around the same spot, and then you kind of have to really start to differentiate. I think realistically Dean is probably number 3, I guess. Again, I think the problem is that he never didn't manage his perception well enough to where yeah, he was making it to the end in most scenarios, but never really had much of a chance. To where again, like I even in the Dan, Dean, Nora situation, like again, like Dan probably gets votes over Dean. Do placements matter in a player ranking? To a degree, but not. I think more so win equity matters. Which the further you are into the game, the more likely you are to win. But again, like well, I'm trying to think if there. Usually when I do these sort of lists, usually there ends up being one person that's like towards the end of the game that ends up being relatively low. Like in my Borneo one, Sean was very low, I believe. Like despite being 5th place. Who was there anyone low in Australian Outback? I don't remember. I think like Amber was like probably like lower than her placement. But either way, it's like and then Africa, I know there's one person that is much lower than his placement, but again, usually wait, where am I going? Is this the right way? I think this is the wrong way, right? Yeah, I mean, usually there's there's a bit of a correlation, but not exactly. And to be honest, I don't think I've done enough player rankings to really fully because like I think when the most of the player rankings I've ended up doing ended up with the winner at number 1 or number 2. However, I don't think that's always going to be the case. Yeah, it's Frank. Like straight up, yeah, it's Frank in Africa.
Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber.
But yeah,
passenger tramways inadvisable.
Like usually the winner is going to be pretty high, but like it's not always going to be the case. Like I mean, I think if we're looking at like a Gabon, like I'm pretty sure Bob is not going to be.
We could hotwire the door.
Even like he's for sure not in the top 3. I could say that right away. Like when thinking about it, probably not number 4. So it's like I mean Bob's not going to be particularly high. Like Fabio is not going to be high on a Nicaragua list.
Connections
not what I want to do.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Wait, where is it? This? No. Wait, is it this?
Connected to subsidiary.
What's this about?
The tram station has been sealed in the interest of. Very well.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Safeties.
That's all I need right
Very well, Commander.
Yeah, like so, it's like it's one of these things where it's like it's probably a good like placement's a good indicator of where they are as a player, but isn't always going to be the definitive thing. I mean, if it would, then there would be no point in fucking making the video. Because like I would just literally be like saying, I'll just be literally going through them in the order of their placements, but fuck off. Which is like part of the reason why I don't think like an Amazing Race version of like a team ranking and stuff is that interesting, because I feel like with the Amazing Race, more times than not, it ends up being pretty much the order. Like obviously there's usually like maybe 1 or 2 spot differences, but it's like most times on the Amazing Race, I don't feel like there's a major difference. Why the fuck can't I go down? Again, it's the stairs again. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I feel like it's not, in the Amazing Race, there usually isn't major differences. Well, I feel like with Survivor and Big Brother there usually are. Yeah, like I don't feel like I've done a player ranking so far where like the winner isn't number 1 or number 2. Which again, I'm interested to see when I eventually get around to one. Because I don't think there's one coming in the foreseeable future, unless like one of these like currently airing seasons ends up being one of those. Ben would be top half of HHH. For sure top half. I don't know, he's probably not number 1, but like he's probably what, like number, like, yeah, like, I don't have Ben rated as lowly as most people. Again, I think Ben played very well up until the final 8. And then final 7's kind of where it goes off the rails, but even then it's like he does a very good job playing it up to the jury. He obviously gets very, very lucky with the fire making challenge, which I think is the most egregious thing from his game, but still, it's like, I mean, in comparison to the other players from that season, it's like, I mean, yeah, Devin would be higher, Chrissy would be higher, Brian would be higher, probably, yeah, I would say those 3 would be higher, but I think beyond that, it's like, I don't think it's, like, I think, like, debate on Lauren Rimmer,
I take it you've encountered.
But I think outside of that, I think Ben's probably around there.
Thoughts, seen men ripped apart by. We're all working on stems. Look, you're human, and that's enough that I.
Do I like bagels or bagels? Bagels. Some fucking idiot. I don't eat bagels particularly like that much. So.
Call me Shepard. I was sent to find an Asari matriarch.
I don't dislike bagels, but I just don't buy them. I'm not like
The aliens overran the hot
I mean, just in
labs
general,
last
I've never
week.
been that
Well,
big
not
into
all our
breakfast food.
He ain't all there anymore. First we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
UK's the only one? Okay. Oh, the ones, that's out of the ones released. Because I know for sure I have one that will be coming out. That the person's not number one. Yeah, because I'm trying to think, like, what have I done so far? I think Winners at War was the first one, right? And I definitely had Tony at number 1. I had Borneo, Australian Outback. We got BB-22. We got BB Can 9. Actually, I should have done one for BB Can 8. That would have been interesting. But obviously, I didn't start that until Winners at War, so that's kind of where I decided to do all these player rankings. But if I did one for BB Can 8, that would have been interesting.
The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess.
And it would probably be like Sheldon, then Brooke.
We haven't heard from her since.
And after that's like it's a clusterfuck, but I think it would have been fun.
I've got business with her. Stay
All I can do is hold. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it.
Dr. Mike for second chance. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but to be honest, like I feel like there's other people I'd rather see back. I don't think he's like at the top of my list.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, Nico would be. Nico was going like Nico was already going to be the first boot, but then he actively quits. Also, it's like I feel like there's nothing really positive to say about Nico's game. What the fuck just happened? Whatever.
Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel.
I mean, what, it would be Nico, then probably like would it be Carol? Would Carol be below everyone else? I don't know. It's tough to remember like all the dynamics because like I remember Carol was like included in the original
We're all in the same boat.
majority grouping, right? But then like obviously wants to quit and everything, and then she's like ostracized everyone to where she gets kicked out anyway. People hate my opinion on Tyler. I can see that. I don't read my comment. Like, I don't read comments really at all at this point. Or really, I should say, I actually probably read comments more now than what I used to. But definitely, like, up until, like, a few months ago, I was not reading comments at all. So, did not have a... I don't have the greatest... oh, I just went the fucking wrong way. But yeah, I don't, know every little thing about how people think about my videos, but to be honest, I really don't care anymore. But yeah, I definitely like read a lot, like all my comments pretty much like when I started, and like a lot of them end up being negative. So I was like, fuck, I don't need this. I'm good. And then more recently, I check out comments, especially like when like a video first comes up. Like afterwards, like I don't really care that much, but usually like I do see the first like. Within like the first 30 minutes, like the comments are there, I typically see, which is so funny to me. Like when like I see like it's so funny that like I upload a video, then like right away someone says this looks like it could be a good video. It's like what the fuck does that even mean? Like it's so weird. That's like why even bother commenting it when like you haven't actually watched the entirety of the video? Like obviously I get they're coming from like a like overall it is a positive thing, but still it's funny to me. That's like why even comment before you even watch the video or anything? What am I doing here? This is where I got stuck last time, right? Because like I had no clue where I was going. I think it's down here.
What do you want?
I've had a long day. Don't piss me off.
Do you think it'd be funny if Derek F got the power in a game? I mean, I guess. I mean, like, which power? I mean, to be fair, it would just play out kind of boring, I feel like. He'll just do whatever the Cookout wants him to do. Whatever the Cookout thinks, like, whatever he thinks the consensus is at that point. I mean, I think it would be interesting. Like, I think if he gets the week 3 power, it would be interesting. Where he takes over in HOH and everything. Because, like, he has talked about putting up Tiffany. Okay, that person just glitched out. Okay, what am I doing right now? Well, that didn't work.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not what I'm supposed to do. What am I doing here again? Again, like, last time I remember being, like, stuck just walking around here for forever. This isn't it. Oh, I think I remember now. It's this way, I think. Right? Maybe? On. Can that go? Thank you. Michiganders need good reps. Nicole Franzel's hated. Tiffany, I think Tiffany's gonna be like a maybe like a more mixed figure. Like, I don't think she'll be outright hated. But yeah, I mean, like, isn't Xavier from Michigan? Isn't he like originally from Michigan? What am I doing right now? I think this guy, right?
You're not part of the crew. Call me Shepard.
Not what I meant to do.
There aren't any. Look, Blake doesn't care who you are.
Oh.
This lab is under quarantine.
How do I get through again? Again, like, I don't remember anymore. Even though I just fucking did this not even a month ago. The blast your way in, but maybe there's a subtle way. Around here, maybe? Maintenance area. Nothing there. Cool.
You came to find out about
I'm unsure if you want. I don't really care what you call
Are
me.
you trying to be cryptic, or are you just nuts?
I wish I were crazy.
Yeah, so we're around, what, like 3 hours in the stream at this point? Nearing there?
I'll be leaving now.
So again, like, we'll probably go for another hour or so. I'll be honest, I'm starting to get a bit tired. Again, what time is it in real time? It's like 1:50. Alright. Because yeah, I kind of want to get to... I want to finish Mass Effect 1 by the end of the week in an ideal world. Wait, what did he say? What? This.
How can I get into the meeting?
A team lead would have access.
Oh, so we do need to talk to the guy in medical. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, probably. Well, I think almost definitely it's just a matter of like when do we get around to streaming. It might be a bit late, but we'll see. Okay, so it's not this guy, right? No. Okay, so it's the guy that's down there again, right? See, like, Mass Effect 1's actually kind of a tough game to play when you're, like, not focusing on the game. Because there's a lot of points where it just doesn't tell you where the fuck to go.
Yes?
And, like, you actually have to pay attention into doing the conversations and everything.
Pass, but there's nothing back there, just snow. Well, snow and maintenance access.
Doctor, even an Elcor could tell this crew is hiding something. Why
Yeah,
don't you
even
want
that
me back there?
Elcor.
Look, you see that my friends are sick. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments.
You should consider doing safer experiments.
All progress requires... Look, is this really the time for an ethics debate? We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
You didn't get that $50?
Congratulations.
What a travesty.
You made an illegal bio.
Yeah, I feel like Mass Effect 1, there's definitely oh yeah, you forgot what Dan Giesling's from Michigan. Oh, you just found that out? Yeah, I actually knew that, I just forgot. Yeah, he's from Dearborn, right?
Are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
I'll talk to Ventralis for you, but I don't have the training for that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, that was why Tiffany was like a big fan of Dan too, right? That she was talking about how they're from like similar areas. Wait, did I just fuck this up?
I have a pass, but there's nothing back there. Just snow. Well, snow. And
what would change?
You bring me the cure, I'll give you my pass. Strictly.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Wait. Let's go. Because I haven't done any of these. Let us go. Do this. And then let's just auto level up. I don't really care what we get. Just do this. I love how I haven't even bothered to upgrade anything. Buck. Well, that was lovely. Oh my god, how many things did you unlock? Alright. Go equipment. So probably should be swapping these out. It's fine. It's fine. That's shit. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Is Dan Giesling a Republican? I think so, right? He was at least initially. I know he when he was getting cast, he's one of these people that like in casting he was like playing up this character of this like really big Republican, like this really like conservative like asshole sort of person.
Yes.
Like that's one of the things he talks about in his book, I believe. Oh hey, main squeeze.
I need to get into the maintenance area.
I mean, like I would say, like Dan, like is he a celebrity in terms of like actual celebrities? No, but I think if you were to have a celebrity reality TV show, I feel like Dan like qualifies to be on one of those shows.
Don't tell the guards. They're twitchy enough.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Wait, so we got it, right? Yeah, okay. So we can do that. Yeah, so I'm in the process of playing Mass Effect again, because I'm just playing Mass Effect all the time at this point. Yeah, I'm doing a playthrough where I plan on killing everyone in the trilogy by the end of it. And then we'll be done with Mass Effect for a very long time, because I've been playing this on and off for over 3 months at this point. Is Dan the best Big Brother player of all time? Probably. I think he's one of the people that definitely knows the game the best and like understands the game the best. I had him as number one. Wait, don't we have this right now? Wait. Oh wait, we need to talk to the fucking captain guy. That's the guy they're fucking talking. Fuck off. Ugh. And fuck Mass Effect 1. Yeah, I haven't paid attention to where like the Canadian players on Survivor are from. So like you're saying that are like all from like big areas. Is there any, I assume there's no, like, people from, Newfoundland or whatever? Like, isn't that, like, isn't that the area on, BB Can that, like, usually, like, there's these, like, massive, BB Can,
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems.
Like, usually, like, those people become, like, fan favorites because of, like, that specific area being so pro those people.
We can't risk contamination now.
If we survive.
All right. He'll run a full scan before I'll let you out. If there are any anomalies,
great. We'll be stuck unless he decides we're healthy.
You rewatched the first 8 episodes of Borneo. That sounds lovely.
I've got work to do.
You and me.
Yeah, like Borneo, like I've grown a respect for Borneo at this point. It's like, even though, yeah, it's like when you compare it to modern standards, it doesn't really hold up. But like I feel like I definitely like Borneo more than Australian Outback. I feel like there's like a certain charm to Borneo because of how different it is. just double checking this again. Wait, so I need to create the cure? I'm so confused. Wait, where am I supposed to be going? Whatever. Oh, wait. I think I remember now. It's down here, right? I mean, this could easily just be wasting time, but so we might as well try this. Isn't it down here? I feel like this isn't right at this point. Whatever, we'll check it. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good cast. Again, like if I talked about this earlier, where I'm gonna do a cast ranking probably at some point. Like I think Borneo's. Oh, it is here. It is here. Okay. There we go. I think Borneo's probably like I'm probably middle of the pack realistically. But I think definitely better than a lot of older school casts. All but one of the 5 from 41, 42 are from Ontario. Yeah, I did remember there's like one person from Quebec. Okay, so we're here.
Are you here to secure the situation?
If by secure you mean shoot every monster I see, sure.
Yeah, I wonder if like again, like it would be interesting if we did get a U.S. versus Canada season. Obviously, like I don't think it's super likely at this point now they got rid of the themes, but it'd be cool to see more Canadians on there.
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship.
Yeah, Sean's a great character.
This was Rachni's ship.
Again, pretty bad player, but interesting character. Again, it's so weird to think about like how much of that was like actually him, which like I tend to believe it is, but it's like he like claims like after the show it's like, oh yeah, I was just doing it because I wanted to get like some sort of like other show, or I wanted to become like a famous doctor and that sort of thing. It's like, but it's like I'm pretty sure you actually are doofus though. Yeah, that's definitely the vibe I get. 40% of the population's in Ontario. It's quite a bit, isn't it?
We'll take care of
I guess like how many people are in like Yukon and like some of these other provinces. But
they are not animals.
No, they're far more dangerous.
Like with the United States, it's like California is the biggest state, right? Population-wise, like what percentage is that?
These Rachni are uncontrollable.
I actually never thought about that. It's like, yeah, like what percentage of Yukon has 36,000 people. I'm pretty sure the city that I live in has like way more than that. So that's kind of funny.
Are you telling me I shouldn't kill these things?
Actually, I was to tell you the opposite. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge...
I'm trying to look this up right now. Yeah, so US has 328 million. California has almost 40 million, so that's like... It's like an eighth of the population. So I mean that's a decent amount, but like again, no fucking 40% or whatever. Okay, what is this? Then again, I mean the United States is like fucking like obviously has like 50 states and stuff. Well, Canada, I don't even know how many provinces Canada has, but like I'm assuming it's around 10-ish, right?
I don't have time for this.
Don't really care.
The matriarch isn't here. We're leaving.
Your province is less than 150,000 people. Again, I'm pretty sure the city I live in has more than that.
Not let you leave. Is fail safe. You understand? You leave without arranging.
Yes, it does. Almost double. So. Oh, really? I never actually paid attention to the population of Canada. Like, I knew it was, like, relatively small to the United States, but, again, that's kind of ridiculous that, like, Canada has less people than just California.
Connecting. I have full access.
I need information.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the ice.
Activate the neutron.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code.
Oh, okay. We need to go back, right? Alright. Yeah, fuck this. Yeah, I really... yeah, Mass Effect 1 just kind of annoys the shit out of me at this point.
How do we set off the purge?
10 provinces, 3 territories? Yeah, I thought it was something like that.
All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Chimera destruction.
13.5 million in Ontario, so... Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure, like, how many states of the United States have more people than the entirety of Ontario? Because, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, like, California, Texas, Florida, New York... Okay, my headset's falling off again. Like, I don't know how many people are in Pennsylvania. I know for sure those top 4 states are, like, way above 13.5. Even Michigan, I'm pretty sure is more than 13.5. Is it? Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. Oh yeah, Michigan only has 10. Okay. Wow, there really is that massive a drop off. I know this is obviously a riveting thing to be talking about right now, the fucking population of states. But still, I'm looking this up right now. Wow, that's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was. Yeah, so there's like a massive drop off. Yeah, so yeah, California has almost 40 million, Texas is almost 30 million, then Florida has 21 million, New York has 20 million, then Pennsylvania is like a massive drop off there. So that's kind of insane. It's so weird how like so much of America is like in those... Because what, that's a good, what, 110 million? So like... Yeah, over a third of the around a third of the United States is within 4 states. Yeah, it's really bizarre. Yeah, why is Ohio populated? I'm pretty sure like Ohio's like losing people, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of Illinois. Oh, they all blend together. Like all the like the Midwest states like kind of blend together to me. Like I know Georgia's getting bigger, right? Okay, I obviously know this is like so riveting here. North Carolina, Michigan, New Jersey. New Jersey's number 11. That seems high. Well, I guess it is so close to New York, but still, it does seem high though.
Online.
Virginia, Washington. Maryland's at number 18. I feel like that's high for Maryland.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Puerto Rico has more like people than like 20 states. That's kind of hilarious. Wait, did I just get it?
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations.
Wait. Okay, again, like I'm not paying attention to the fucking game. Where do we need to? Okay, obtain purge codes. There we go. It's so, like, it's something that I've definitely been thinking about a lot more. It's so weird being from the United States when you think about it. Like, because, like, I feel like when you're from the United States, like, you kind of think of everything as, like, being so United States centric. Like, when it's, like, it's so weird, like, thinking, like, I think, like, especially it's the concept of, like, English, I feel like that English is, like, I believe it's the most spoken language around the world, even though it's not, like, the most spoken, like primary language. Like I believe it is the most spoken language around the world. It's like it's weird to think about like these other people, like these other languages that are like obviously a lot less prominent. It's like if you're from those language, like even when like booting a video game or something, and like it's automatically in English if you're in the, like in most scenarios. So it's just like things like that which is kind of weird to think about when it's like if you're not like a native English speaker. I feel like Europe in particular would be kind of weird because like all because in Europe it's like they're all PAL versions of the game, right? So it's like do they all boot up in English and you have to change the setting, or it's like I'm assuming there's like different versions for like a German version and a French version, that sort of thing. But it's kind of like a weird thing I never actually thought about until now, or not until recently. So. This is such a clusterfuck of a fight. Alright, there we go. Supposed to escape, right? Because I'm pretty sure I fucked this up in the last playthrough. I think we're good. There we go. Yeah. Like, Puerto Rico themselves don't want to be a state, though, right? For, like, tax reasons and stuff. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, that's another thing I thought about recently too. It's like it's so funny when you look at reality shows, and it's like whenever like the US version of the reality show, whether or not it's the original version of the show, it's always just the name of that show. But then like you go to another country with the same show, but like they always have to put the name of the country at the end. It's like hilarious. Like Big Brother, like no one's talking about it's Big Brother US, but then you go to fucking Big Brother Canada, it's Big Brother Canada. Big Brother Australia is Big Brother Australia. Like any other country, Big Brother. It's like it's Big Brother whatever that country is. But like Big Brother US, it's like they just don't give a shit. They're just Big Brother. And like same thing with Survivor though. Again, at least Survivor, like the original version of Survivor is US, of the Survivor name, I should say. But still, it's kind of funny when you think about it that like how America is like kind of especially like from an entertainment standpoint is kind of like
Got orders from Venezia. Open fire.
It's kind of like a hub, I guess. I don't know how you really describe it. Okay. Like, I think the only exception is, like, the Circle. Like, the Circle is labeled as Circle US. But again, like, but I mean, that's like also where, like, Netflix themselves, the one that distribute the show, have, like, a Brazilian and a French version. So, like, even within themselves, they would want to differentiate it. Like, it makes sense why they would do it there. Does UK have the same mentality? I mean, I guess it was like Survivor, I guess it is. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is. Yeah, I guess now I think about it. It's like the circle is just a circle. But then again, they create the circle, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I guess the UK is similar. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Yeah, it is like the US and the UK that are kind of like that don't give a shit about these other versions. Okay, well that's some fucking bullshit. There we go. Oh my god, how many... I thought we were at the Venezia fight already. I feel like Mass Effect 1 really drags out its combat sections. I'm too fair. I think I probably actually think that in every game. In every Mass Effect game, I'm probably at a point where I'm like, yeah, why is it just like all combat? It looks like they're just floating around the fucking thing. Yeah, so I'll be honest, like at this point, I think what we're gonna do, I think we'll finish Novaria, and I think we'll call it a day. I'll be honest, I'm kind of a bit tired, but we still probably have like at least like 30 minutes left of this. So We still have Benezia, we still have the Rachni Queen. So we still have some stuff to do here. But... okay, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, it's also weird, like, when you have, like, all these shows and, like, you try to look up on Wikipedia, like any of these shows, like, and they go to, like, the, like, global, like, the brand page or whatever, and then you have to, like, scroll through all, like, the different versions of all these shows. Oh my god, like, what the fuck? This really goes on forever. I think this is it, though. There we are. That took forever to get to Benezia.
There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair.
See, we're still gonna kill the
Her
Rachni Queen,
children
right?
were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
You won't look so
Again, it's still ridiculous how much cleavage they give her.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your fate.
Again, that sound effect is also still ridiculous. This fight took me forever, right? On the Insanity playthrough. Hopefully it's better here. Oh, fuck, oh, that was just me being an idiot. Okay. Is Kai still number 2? No, he's not. Yeah, I think my power rankings were already changed by the time the episode, or by the time the video came out. I feel like even, especially now, where, again, like, Kai is just, I don't know what he's doing with his HOH. Where, again, he did such a good job his first HOH. Like, he did a really good job at, like, setting up the power structure. It's like, right now, it's like, all he's doing is just, like, ruining his social relationships and kind of, like, ignoring certain other ones. And, I don't think he's doing a particularly good job here with his HOH. I think if I were to redo it, I still think I would have Tiffany at 1. Though, I think I'm actually lower on Tiffany now than what I even was at the time of the... I'm lower and higher. Like, I'm lower on, like, her relationship, like, to Azza and Derek Aft and, like, some of these other Cookout people, but I'm probably higher on her relationship with Claire, and I'm higher on, her possibly making some more moves for herself later down the road. Fuck. That's my fault. I think Xavier's probably number 2 at this point. And I think there's a debate for him being number 1. Kylan, I don't know where Kylan lands anymore, really. I don't know if he's 3, I don't know if he's 4. I don't know if Hannah has gotten above him. I think the problem for me with Hannah is I don't feel like Hannah is... I think Hannah has some very wonky strategic ideas. And probably has less influence in the grand scheme of things than Kylan does, but... yeah, I think Kylan is probably at number 3 at most right now. And then, like, I think certain other people have changed, like Sarah Beth is down, Brittany is lower, I mean, I guess outside that's probably around the same. I'm through that, I guess technically Azza goes up, but it's like, I don't know if I really want to have Azza go up, considering I think Azza's also playing bad, so it's like, I don't know. But definitely some positions would be changed. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, I could see Xavier for being number 1. For me, it's close between him and Tiffany. Yeah, that's one of the more things I'm interested in seeing from Mass Effect 3. It's just like how all these encounters with the characters from Mass Effect 2 end up playing out. Even though it kind of fucked up in Ray Satali's replacement in the last playthrough, but whatever.
I expected better from Asari commandos.
Have you seen this shirtless and topless photo of Lauren O'Connell? Probably not.
You must listen.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen for sure, but with the veto, but it does look like someone's going to take Claire off the block and they're going to replace him with Brittany, and Brittany's going to go home. And it should be a relatively tame week afterwards, because again, Brittany against Big D, it's like there's not going to be the vote's not going to flip there unless the cookout turns on each other, which I don't think is going to happen. I do think Claire in particular, and Claire and Derek X have talked about how they are thinking about taking out Big D. The problem is that they're not going to have the numbers.
Attacked Eden Prime? I didn't think anything that size could land on the planet.
It has a very
yeah, I mean, like Derek F would still be at the bottom for me.
The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct.
Yeah, Derek F would still have to be at the bottom. I think then Brittany. But I mean, realistically, Brittany's going home, so it's like maybe she should be at the bottom. But it's like, she has more win equity than Big D does. Then like again, Alyssa, Sarah Beth, Azza, they're all kind of jumbled around. Probably Sarah Beth would be at the bottom of them at this point, considering I think she's going home next week. Seems like that's kind of where it's going.
Tell me where the
then probably Alyssa, then Azza. Just because I don't know where Alyssa's going in the game. I don't think she really has a path. And that means like Azza's a net positive 1 at that point, which is like it shouldn't be the case considering I think Azza's playing poorly right now, but somehow it's working out for her. And then we're at what, 6? So I think Claire's still at number 6, even though I'm actually probably, well, I don't know, I'm probably higher on her game now than I was at the time, but I think I'm higher on her short term, but more like lower on her long term than I was at the time of the ranking.
You should.
But the topless Lauren thing? Well, yeah, does it exist? Fuck off! Ashley fucking blocked my shot. Okay, well this is cool. I can't do anything. Be like, Derek X is probably number 5 though. To be honest, Derek X has gone down to Derek X might swap with Claire, because like Derek X is another one that's like talked about like potential target for next week, and actually even potential target for this week at a point. Like I'm feeling a lot worse about Derek X, but I still think he is probably gonna win the game if he gets to the end. It's just like, how does he get there from here? And then yeah, I think top 4 is still the top 4. It's just like, where do you place everyone?
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him.
You swear in your atheist life? Okay. I gotta believe you.
First you turn on the council, now on Saren. You're not loyal to anything, are you?
I suppose that is how history will know me. No light. They always said there would be a...
Again, it's like the amount of cleavage there is just so dumb. It's like, thank God she covers like everything but her chest area. Alright, here we got the Arachnite Queen. Do I believe in the Holy Bible? No? Yeah, I've talked about this in the past. Very anti-religion. Is it really in the... For some reason I thought this was a different room. Yeah. Yeah, they gotta...
serves as our voice.
Actually, it's such a weird thing, too. With the...
not in
I guess.
these low spaces.
We're atheist bros.
Your musics are colorless.
Oh my god, I thought
Who
the
am
game
I
was gonna
speaking
crash
to
there for
here?
a second. Just like froze for like no reason.
We sing for those left behind.
I don't know, like, are there any other Mass Effect characters that have like a massive amount of cleavage? No, right? Like I think it's only
I
Benezia,
didn't come here to talk to bugs.
right? I mean, it's like Miranda's obviously there for like they obviously sexualize her, but it's like nothing actually shows. Like I don't think I mean there is like the Citadel DLC where like people are in dresses and there's like cleavage in that, but it's like I don't feel like there's like much like actual
Commander,
like
I don't trust this thing. We know it's kind or
like
kill us.
partial nudity
The tank
sort
is
of
rigged with
related
acid.
things
I
in
recommend
Mass
using
Effect.
Commander, there's some old grudges in the galaxy. Grudges humans should stay out of.
So it is
If we
weird
kill
how
them,
like
we kill the entire race.
with Benezia they just like give her so much cleavage there.
You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of
Nope, we're gonna kill you.
Make your peace with the galaxy. The Rachni are a dead race.
Commander, genocide is way beyond the scope of our mandate here.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, Caden.
Is our kind
Yeah, we're gonna kill
so
Caden in this playthrough, I think. I mean, this in Mass Effect 1, I mean. Like, obviously, they're all gonna be dead by the end of this. But,
If you cannot have us as your obedient claws,
I mean, would it be Renegade, though? I mean, like, you're like
stay dead.
saving a race that, like, is...
embrace the great silence.
That's, like, mostly innocent. I mean, yeah, they got into, like, a war with the Krogans and stuff years ago. But it's like, that's not, like, the current generation. They haven't done anything wrong. I mean, like, yeah, you're, like, in terms of, like, the actual definition of Renegade, I guess, yeah, it is Renegade. But I think in terms of, like, what the Renegade, like, and Paragon systems are supposed to represent, I do think it is still, accurate here. That's a shame. Okay. What now? Do we just leave? I don't remember. I think we just leave, right? I guess not that way, though. Yeah, I would think so. I guess here? That definitely was well worth running around the entire thing in a circle. Why the fuck are there so many doors? I never paid attention to that. There's like 4 doors in a row. Okay, I think it's going to tram and then we go straight to Normandy, right? Alright. Maybe? Are we done? How far in the stream are we? We're 2 hours 32 minutes, so again around 3.5 hours. I kind of think we might just call it a day soon.
What's our next move,
Again,
Commander? Head
got
for the
to
Mu
the end of Novaria, which is where I said I wanted to get to. There's
The
no
Mu
point.
relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander's right. We can't rush off blind. We need more to go on.
What about Liara at the Sony?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. So, okay, so we got through Novaria here. Where do I need to be to finish it in the final stream? I probably need to be...
Benezia helped us in the end. Maybe Liara
I
will
probably
too.
need to be at the mission where we
At the
pick up
very least, we should
Liara.
head for the Artemis Tau cluster to find her.
Because what we're going to do next, we're going to do
Did
Pharaohs.
Commander resign when I wasn't looking?
Is it... Wait, actually, is it Pharaohs then Vermeer?
I give the orders around here. I'll decide where we go next. Is that clear?
Alright, see you later, Circle. Yeah, we're about to end.
I was only trying to help.
Again, like, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow anyway, so I don't feel the need to really go overboard
Novaria
here.
report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the council?
Oh yeah, we're going to say yes to the council just so we
Setting
can
up the
hang
link
up
now,
on them.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Nevaria?
Found them and wiped them out. Genocide, Shepard.
Depends on the species, Turian.
Yeah, fuck you, Turians.
Commander, you will show the proper respect.
Yeah, disconnect.
Whoops.
And we're out.
What do I think about what? What do I think is inside of Lauren O'Connell? Again, probably bones. I think that's probably bones and flesh. I feel like that's probably the accurate answer. Are we good? I mean, I think we're... Alright, let's see where we're going. So we're going to Pharos, right? I'm trying to remember. I think it is just Pharos, and... Yeah, it's just Pharos and then Vermeer. And we could probably even do Liara, and then, like, we'll be really set to finish it on Wednesday. Yeah, so we're definitely on pace to finish this on Wednesday. Or, no, yeah, on Wednesday. Yeah, because I'm doing Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Alright, Vermeer. I'm sure you do. Do you think I get insane? Probably. I mean, like, if what you're, like, typing out is your actual thoughts, then yeah, probably.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Who get a message
Commander
from?
Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm not fucking doing this shit. Nope. Alright. I will land on Pharos, and then we'll call it a day, I think. Yeah, that's a shame. I'm sure you'll figure it out at some point. Oh, is there an opening cutscene? Or is this just like the dumb flying whatever? Yeah, it's just hiding up loading screens. Alright. Okay. Okay, I wasn't... Wait, is it still fucked? No, it's fine, right? Yeah. It just, like, didn't fully load in properly. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day. So yeah, tomorrow, probably gonna stream. Who should I even go with? I guess. You know, let's go Tali. He's just, Ashley kind of sucks. Yeah, so yeah, we'll probably stream tomorrow. Don't know exactly when I'll get around to it, because I do want to finish editing the Final Fantasy 15 transmedia video.
Equalizing
oh, fuck off, I can't save?
Exterior atmosphere.
Oh, well, that's some bullshit.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore.
Now we can.
Has the deck.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll probably try to wrap that video up tomorrow. And again, whenever I finish editing that, that's probably when I'll go live. So again, it might not be until late, might not be until like midnight or something. But yeah, probably go stream tomorrow, and then probably stream on Wednesday, and then that will be it for the week. Not entirely sure how I plan on streaming next week at this point, because I'm going to have a pretty long Sunday, and I just don't know if I'm going to really feel like streaming immediately after that. So we might change it up next week, but we'll figure it out then. But anyway, yeah, see you later, Main Squeeze. See you later, Bryce. Yeah, see you guys next time.